Kylie Jenner, Taylor Swift, Elon Musk, and even Oprah are taking heed for their pricey air travel habits. Can these celebs seriously justify spending billions to fly on private jets?
I'm so excited for you to take a ride on Kim Air.
Number 1. Kylie Jenner. The private jet controversy all began with Kylie Jenner and one Twitter sleuth who uncovered her darkest flight-related secret. Fans noticed that Kylie took her private jet from Camarillo, California to Van Nuys, California. The entire trip was estimated to take somewhere between 3 and 11 minutes. Her now infamous jet is a customized $72.8 million Bombardier Global 7500. It features embroidered white leather seats, its own bar, and even a gallery, though it doesn't seem like she'll be enjoying it quite as much now that the internet has made a meal out of it. Even for someone like Kylie Jenner, this is no cheap purchase. The annual costs add up with a crew salary at $628,956, training at $100,000, hangar space at $135,000, insurance for $45,000, management for $78,000, and repair for $65,000. In total, just keeping one of these costs $1,051,956. And if you thought your gas prices were bad, just wait until you hear how much filling up one of these bad boys costs. For Kylie, it costs an annual average of $403,920. I think it's clear by now that Kylie is definitely an above-average flyer, especially if she routinely takes the plane for what the rest of us would consider a short drive. Many pointed out that this kind of behavior is terrible for the environment. Some people online even went so far as to refer to her as a climate criminal, though knowing Jenner, she might be able to rebrand that into something awesome. She's known for that after all. What really angered people about this was how completely needless it was. Going from Camarillo to Van Nuys only takes around 40 minutes by car, and it's not like Kylie doesn't have enough luxury vehicles to choose from. So no matter how busy Kylie was, there's no excuse for taking a plane when a small car ride would have been just fine. That's not even enough time to finish a podcast.
There's nothing I can't do.
Number 2. Taylor Swift. After it was revealed that it wasn't just Kylie, but a widespread trend among many super rich celebrities, obviously some obsessive internet sleuths went to work calculating just who the worst of the worst flying celebrities were. After the internet got hold of the gossip, well, it wasn't surprising to learn that the absolute worst offender is superstar Taylor Swift herself. Say it ain't so! Those offenses came by the way of her $7.8 million Falcon 900. The annual budget for someone who flies one of these babies a lot comes to around $2.4 million, though someone like Swift probably blows that budget away big time. Her jet flew a shocking 170 times between January 1st and July 19th. This amounted to 22,923 minutes, or over 15 full days in the air. Whatever happened to the good old-fashioned tour bus? Things got even worse for Swift once it was calculated just how much damage to the environment this behavior had caused via carbon emissions. It was estimated that Swift was responsible for 8,293 tons of carbon. Ouch! That's 1,184 times that of a normal person's carbon emissions. Not only that, but the flights are definitely in the Kylie Jenner you could have just driven range. Her average flight time is 80 minutes, or 139 miles per flight. That's barely saving a few hours in a car. Swift's team quickly came to her defense. They claim that Taylor frequently lends the plane out to other celebrities, so hanging all of the blame on her was unfair. Still though, even if like half of these flights were other people, she was still in the air for over a full week. Maybe she can only write songs while flying through the air. If that's the case, I take it all back.
Is that right?
Yeah, sometimes it just happens like that.
Number 3. Kim Kardashian. Kylie isn't the only one in the Jenner family racking up sky miles. Kim Kardashian is also known for her private jet habits. The star invested in access to a private jet worth $150 million and hasn't looked back, or taken the bus, since. Kim flies in style in her luxury airliner, a G650ER that was custom made for her use. Her customizations alone accounted for over $15 million of the overall cost. But despite having her own plane, Kim still often uses little sis Kylie's Kylie Air jet, like she did for her recent birthday party. Kim's jet, however, is no less expensive. To fly her plane, Kim's jet costs around $400,000 for fuel, as well as $100,000 for maintenance costs per 200 hours she spends flying. Math isn't my strong suit, but let's just say that sure adds up. Number 4. Elon Musk. As bad as that is, there's one celebrity who is known for taking much faster flights seemingly just to avoid minutes in traffic. I mean, nobody likes sitting in traffic, but come on. Elon Musk was the world's richest man, but recently came in second after Bernard Arnault, co-founder, chair, and CEO of LVMH. But still, he has no tolerance for sitting in a car for even a normal amount of time. He was clock traveling from Los Angeles International Airport to Hawthorne Airport. This is about 6 miles and a drive of about 10 minutes. Not only was he called out for this travel time, but because this is apparently a regular thing for Musk. He's taken this trip multiple times over the years and would likely have continued for as long as that Tesla money kept coming in. This is saying a lot for Musk too. Not too long ago, he vowed that he would own no home and sold most of his possessions. The one he absolutely refused to part with was his private jet, which he has claimed saved him more time than he could possibly calculate. I guess those 10-minute trips really do add up. Musk's jet would be the luxury $80 million Gulfstream private jet, the G700. Musk's estimated annual budget for flying is even more than Kylie's too. Annually, G700 owners who travel the way Musk does spend around $3.3 million. Sure, Musk does get a lot of quality time with his kids on his flights, but $3.3 mil is a lot to spend on that kind of thing. Can't you just take him to Disney World? Musk's data actually comes from a pretty hysterical source. The same teenager who showed the world Kylie Jenner's climate-damaging flights also released info about Elon Musk's. That would be Jack Sweeney, the kiddo behind @CelebJets. Musk actually hated that so much that he offered to pay Sweeney $50,000 just for him to knock it off. And when that didn't work, well, he just straight up banned him from Twitter. You gotta hand it to the guy for how much it took for this little teenager to publicly refuse an offer from the richest man on earth. Number 5, the top 10. So if Taylor Swift is the #1 private jet offender in the celebrity world, who else is in the top 10? In the US, there are over 13,000 private jets hitting the air every day. Coming in at number 2, for the first time in his life, is star athlete Floyd Mayweather. His plane accounted for 7,076 tons of CO2. That was from 177 flights. He's even guilty of the short flight, with one reportedly clocking in at around 10 minutes. Another top offender is none other than Jay-Z, though to be fair, he doesn't actually own the jet in question. It's owned by Puma. Now, he did request that the jet be purchased before he signed with Puma, but I don't see how that makes him responsible for the flights. Regardless, behind Puma/Jay-Z is sports star Alex Rodriguez, with his 106 flights that emitted 5,342.7 tons of CO2. Country star Blake Shelton, with his 111 flights that emitted 4,495 tons. Legendary director Steven Spielberg, with his 61 flights that emitted 4,465 tons of CO2. While actor Mark Wahlberg's 101 flights racked up 3,772.85 tons. Oprah Winfrey's 68 flights caused 3,493 tons, and Travis Scott's 54 flights emitted 3,033 tons. These stars are still well loved by fans, and we have a feeling they'll survive the criticism of overusing their private plane access. Let's be honest, we're just jealous they get to fly in style while we're stuck crammed into coach. Am I right? Let us know what you think of these celebs flying high and spending millions or even billions to fly on private jets. Comment below and remember to subscribe to The Things Celebrity for all your celeb gossip and news.